All right, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to my channel, and I hope everyone is doing wonderful on this Thursday afternoon. So today I'm going to be talking about another Dusty Bandit, another one of these tragic Passport Bros, and really it's all Cynthia G's fault because since I've been watching her live stream and laughing at that Uncle Ruckus that was on there, I've really been in just this really great mood to just sit in here and laugh about these dumb black dudes and their stupid antics. And you know, it was so funny because the other night I was watching that old interview between Devontae Clark and Don Lemon on what was it, CNN. Listen, if you want to chuckle at work, if you want to get a good laugh, please, I implore you, go and look at that Devontae Clark Don Lemon interview. It is so hilarious. But you know, and I want to say this right before I start playing this video, and you know, a shout out to the lady that did the video. This is her channel name right here, Jody the Island Girl, because she did a really good expose about this person who I'm going to be showing you, and we're going to be talking about, and we're going to be basically laughing at, because you know, these black dudes do a lot of dumb shit. And it's funny because, you know, they're always talking about their image, right? They're always talking about, you know, how they don't like how they're seen in the media and how, you know, they're looked at as being, you know, America's number one enemy or whatever. But it's like, the reason why that exists is because of them and their behavior, how they present themselves. And they always want to blame somebody, you know, namely it's white men. And, you know, they're very double-minded when it comes to white people. You know, on one hand, you know, they're always speaking so highly of white women having these, you know, virtually non-existent good qualities. But then when it comes to white men, they seem to have a real negative distaste or negative opinion about them, even though white men and women are one and the same. So on top of that, they always want to blame black women for situations that they create and they play an active role in, but yet they want to sit back and act like they're somehow a victim to it. You know, it's a very strange dynamic. It's a very, you know, one of these days, because I've been thinking about this for a while, because I think that there's a lot to be researched when it comes to black men and their mentality. I think that some thorough research into how they think really needs to be done. And one of these days I probably will do I don't know, even write, you know, write a book or something about it, just examining them in the way that they behave and their beliefs, their conclusions. It's very interesting to me to ponder about what makes them tick. But anyways, let's get into this video.
Further ado, let's get into today's video.
I heard Japan was in desperate need for black men. So me being the smart individual that I am, I went and got myself a ticket. I don't usually do stuff like this, but when the government is asking people to come there, why not? And it's really like the perfect time too, because I was about to go to DR because, you know, if you're in a drought and you got zero hoes, the best place to go is the DR or Colombia. So instead of going to DR, I figured I would just change my flight and see what Japan's talking about. If y'all want to sit back and wait around, then that's cool. But me, I'm the type of guy, I'm going to go get it myself. Just like Young Thug said, I just needed the platform. This should also be a warning for y'all females to do a better job trying to keep your man. Because give him 5 reasons on why he shouldn't just up and leave and go to Japan. I don't really know what to expect when I get there. I just hope I can be loved and swarm with Japan ladies. I hope I can mate with most of them. I might stay there. I might end up staying there. I just want to see if this is actually true. I'm the risk taker. I'm the big dog. You guys want to sit around and hee hee ha ha ha, oh my God. No, I'm the one that's going to go get it. I'm going to keep you guys updated. Stay tuned. Day number 2 in Japan. I woke up kind of late, so I knew I had to catch up. So I immediately hopped on Tinder. I told her I came here yesterday, but I'm staying until next Sunday. The tension started building up, and I said I love taking control. She said she loves to be fully controlled, so I said, All right, how about whoever finishes first has to pay for our date that we had set up? All they ever use in Japan.
Okay, so let's read these messages, right? Because he said that he's coming out to Japan because he wants to do the hard work for other people. He wants to be the one to, take one for the team and see what Japan is all about. So he says, I came here yesterday, staying until next Sunday. I don't know why I don't get people who want to, or I don't know if the lady who put the video up did this, blacked it out, or if he did it. I'm not sure. But it says, I came from whatever. Usually I'm actually whatever. Where are you from? And I love taking control. With lots of free time, love to be fully controlled. How about we make a bet then? Whoever something first has to pay for the burgers. Be a good girl. Slide me your information or whatever. Now he says before this part, he said that something about women, if they want to keep their man, that they need to be better. But it's like, if women are to be better, and I assume that he's referring to black women, just in a realistic sense, if they are to be better, what is their reward for being better for you? Just looking at him physically, he's really not of the highest quality. You can hear from the way that he speaks, his vernacular, the way that he does his hair, everything about him, you can just tell that he really doesn't have a whole lot to offer any woman. But yet he's saying that he wants black women to be better for him. On top of that, he's saying that he loves taking control. But it's like, in society, black men are not showing any interest of taking control of anything. They don't want any power. It's even people online talking or pointing out the fact that they don't even their enrollment in college is severely low right now. So when he says I love taking control, it's like, what are you talking about? Are you talking about in a relationship? Are you talking about sex-wise? It seems to me that they only have an interest in wherever sex is concerned. Like they have a big sexual prowess. But even when it comes to relationships and sex, it's like they really don't even try hard to excel at that. But anyways, let's continue.
Japan is WhatsApp or Telegram, so I immediately went to that. Around 5 p.m. she came to my room and I already scored. Now I knew I was going to finish first, but it doesn't matter. It's about the tension and the talking. Most of the times the build-up is better than the actual thing. Like, you have to give...
This is the aircraft carrier.
Give her a reason to want to come over. So that's why I made it a competition. I'm not going to lie, I was freeballing inside of her. I didn't wear a helmet or anything. But she was okay with it, so if she wants to keep it, that's up to her. That was my main goal anyways. I wanted to come here and start a family. Alright, so after I finished that, I hopped back on the train station and I started...
So basically, and not to keep interrupting it, because I can't stand when uploaders just interrupt the video so much, but I just want to point this out right here. So basically, his whole point in coming, and really any of the Passport Bro bandits, their whole mission in coming to these other countries is just for sex. Right? Now, in a world where you have men like Neo, who at this point, at this point, all he is here for is to make a whole bunch of broken homes. You got Nick Cannon, you got, let's see, the other little African rapper, what is his name? Akon, and this is all what they're saying to the world is, this is all I'm good for. So when they get into these conversations about how black men are not excelling, and they're blaming, they're blaming white men, or they're blaming America, or they're blaming their teachers in school. The problem is the fact that your behavior is not projecting anything but the negative. But then they complain about having a negative image, though. That's what I want to, it's just, anyways. But let me not speak too much. Let me just play the video, y'all.
Walking the streets again, pulling out my Google Translate. I went inside this very popular club, and I met this dude named Evan in like the first 10 minutes. He was also from America, and he was telling me that he's been staying here for over a month and a half for free, leeching off other women. After he told me that, it's like my third eye really opened, like I've really seen a vision in why I was here. He then told me that he knows a better spot. I was kind of in more of a ghetto area, so we hopped on the train and we went to that area. He ended up leaving the club a little bit early because he met somebody, and he sent me this. Salute to him, man. He's a star player and he's still putting up numbers in overtime. He's okay, don't sub no coach. I need to get my stats up. I was still at the club and I made the dumbest mistake ever. I put my buffs on in the club. Mind you, this wasn't Tokyo, this was downtown. So like in Cali terms, this was not in LA where all the tourists be. This is Compton in the gutter. I'm not gonna lie, they were dancing, you probably can't see them right now. But as soon as I put them on, the whole energy in the entire club shifted. More females started coming up to me. They told me to come to the back. I was using my Google Translator. Hold on real quick. I'm so sorry. I just can't help to tell you guys that I really put that shit on. It don't matter where I'm going to. I'm gonna get fly. But yeah, so the girls were like more on me. And the guys, it was like these 4 Japan street thugs. They were just mean mugging me the whole entire time. Now, they eventually left after like 30 minutes, so I thought they weren't tripping. But after I went home with my girl, bro, they was outside waiting for me. They started speaking Japan.
Now he wants to say that the street Japan guys, as he says, that they were mugging him. Yeah, they're mugging you because they already know what you're here for. Because you blast it online every day. And then too, getting back to this white boy who he showed that I guess is also out here for sex tourism. Now, black men are not the only ones who get into sex tourism, but why is it that they're the only ones who have a passport bro movement? Why are they the only ones? Yeah, white males do it. They do it. But why don't they have a movement? Why are they not making this their representation? So again,
and shit. And I think she was telling them to stop. She was about to cry, telling them no. I could not understand a word that they were saying, but let's just say I sprinted home. I did not take any risk. I was running in these dark neighborhoods. It was super scary, and I wasn't tripping if I didn't leave nobody because I did already score earlier in the day. But yes, the racism and envy is really starting to show. Stay tuned for day number 3. Day number 3 in Japan. Immediately off the wake up, I started farming on Hinge. I was with Tinder, but I couldn't tell if some profiles were fake or not. I met this girl that was half Japanese, half Latino, and she really spoke 3 different languages. She's from America, but she stays in Japan by herself, so I said, you gotta teach me Spanish so I can talk dirty to you in 2 different languages. She said, you're a baby, I'm almost 26, so I said, make me grow up then, show me what adults do. She stayed in a city that was not too far from my hotel, so I said, alright, what day am I coming over? I'll give you home court advantage. At first she was hesitant, but I got her phone number and I FaceTimed her, and I just slowly broke her down and convinced her. I snuck in a quick picture right before tip-off. Pay attention to the handcuffs on the bed. I'm definitely not a baby anymore. After what she did to me, I feel like a whole new man. After that, I had her take me back to my room. I'm paying $1,900 for 2 weeks. It's kind of expensive, but it does come with free breakfast, and I think it's $300,000 in yen. Here is where I met this black girl named Jada walking the streets of Shibuya. She was gorgeous, so I had to approach her. She was a foreign exchange student. She was actually from Chicago. I had to sneak these pictures because I didn't want her to know anything about my journey, but this just shows me that God has a sense of humor, because me coming to Japan was like my diss track towards black women, and then he hands me the most perfect black woman I can ask for while I'm in Japan. We eventually left to get something to eat, and let me just tell you, I do put that shit on every single time. She took me back to change, and she changed at her dorm. Right here, though, we went to this small lake in Shibuya. I really hope this doesn't blow up too much because I don't know how she's gonna react if she sees this video. I had to jump in the water. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. It was just too tempting. I went back home to go shower right quick, and me and Jada went out again to go eat, and let's just say I put that shit on again. It's getting out of hand now. This pretty much sums up day number 3. Me and Jada went back home to our spots. We didn't do anything, and I wasn't tripping because my stuff was kind of feeling funny. I don't know if it was an ingrown hair or a razor bump, but I'm gonna wait it out a few days. Also, I hear a lot of you guys saying if I get married to a girl in Japan, I can get paid to live here. If me and Jada do not work out, I'm probably just gonna do that. Also, if you're stationed in Japan and you're in the military, we should link up and I should borrow your military outfit because I heard Japan girls go crazy for a black man in the military. But yeah, stay tuned for day number 4. Day number 4 in Japan. So off the rip, I immediately woke up to some shit. This is the same one from day 2, the one I met on Tinder, and the one I was freeballing inside of. Baby, I'm sure I'm pregnant. I got tested and I'm sure I don't want to abandon my baby because of my religion, but I don't want to be bullied for giving birth to a black baby. Like what? I'm not even tripping if you have the kid, but now you bring a race into it? Please call me later. I'm calling her bluff on this. Like in basketball terms, if it's a foul in the play and I'm the coach, I'm challenging the play. Since I had to go through that, I didn't want to stress myself out too much, so I figured I would get out the house and treat myself. Here's what I had for breakfast/lunch. I'm not even gonna worry about that. I'm gonna call that girl tomorrow, but today I'm gonna have my fun. I hit up my boy Evan from day 2 and I said, yo, what's the moves? Get me out the house before I crash out. He sent me this video. The legend himself, Evan, had to go home. Unfortunately, it was his last day in Japan. He was leeching off women for 2 months staying in Japan. He motivated me. He gave me the self-confidence that I needed. Everybody please show love to Evan in the comments. I had no plans, so I went back to old reliable Mrs. Jada. We pretty much talked and just drove around for hours. The vibes was perfect. Everything was perfect. But I told this girl so many lies, and if she sees this video, I'm pretty much... I don't around and told this poor lady that my father passed away and I got his inheritance, so I was taking a little vacation. That's how I ended up here. That actually did work. I done talked myself into get some sympathy coochie, but my stuff was feeling funny, bro. I don't know what it is. I think, like, you know, if you go so hard the night before, it gets a little bit swollen. I think that's what it is. I really don't think I have anything. So I didn't.
So he's then went out to Japan. Excuse me. He then went out to Japan, and now he didn't call it an STD. He's aware that that something is wrong because he's saying his stuff ain't feeling right. But instead of being honest about it, he's potentially trying to put this black girl Jada at risk. Because if she sleeps with him, she more than likely, absolutely, not even more than likely, absolutely is going to catch something. But he's still talking to her. These dudes, they will always sit and lie about what their true intentions are and about who they really are. He's saying that he told her lies to get sympathy. Why do you want sympathy from her? I thought that you were coming to Japan to get away from black women. I thought that's what you were doing. But this is what they do.
I didn't want to touch her just in case if I had anything, because I actually care about this girl. So I said the best cop-out answer ever. I told her, I don't want to make love with you yet because I don't want you to think that I'm just here for that. If you're a man and you turn down buns, every single day after that, it's gonna be there automatically. This was the best thing I could have ever said. And plus my mind wasn't in the right place since that little baby incident happened. But stay tuned for day number 5.
Day number 5 in Japan. Y'all remember this from day 4? You guys helped me realize that she tried to pin a baby on me. It takes at least 6 days for the baby to fertilize and for the test to pop up positive, and it's only been 2 days. So you know I had to troll. She texted me back 4 hours later and said, if you didn't cooperate, you would think you should have stayed in America. Like, is that really a threat? Because I'm not putting up with your fake baby? Now here's the bad news.
The black girl I met, Mrs. Jada, she found my. One of y'all little sneaky femboys sent her my videos. There's a lot more stuff you can do for money.
Good.
Babe. I know, just chill.
That was good that they did that.
So are we not compatible? I don't know, it just threw me off, to be honest, but I like looking at you. You can look at me all day, that's not the problem. You just gotta look past my other character. No, I can't be sitting out here and my man's posting that shit. Bro, I can't get her back now. You got off everything. So yeah, anyways, after that, I went to this little car pop-up show and some Asian girl approached me. I wasn't even in the right mind space, but I still took her under my wing. You guys don't realize how sneaky I have to be when I make these videos. I'm not finna approach them like, oh yeah, I'm on my journey trying to make baby.
Hey everyone, big heads up. Hey.
Start families in Japan. I checked up on the homie Evan right quick and he sent me this video. It turns out he didn't even go back to America. He went to another different part of some Asian shit. So yeah, he's living life. I'll tag him in the comments. You guys need to tell him to start making content. Here's me in Tokyo with the girl that I met at the car pop-up. I'm not showing faces no more because y'all are weirdos, but after we hung out, I took her back to my hotel and I her shit. I was low-key doing a little bit too much, but I had so much anger built up, like you have to understand me. She's lucky I wore a helmet because my stuff was kind of feeling funny still, but if it wasn't feeling funny, I know she would make a great mother. That pretty much wraps up the night. Stay tuned for day number 6. Day number 6 in Japan. I went downstairs for some good eats. I'm paying a lot for my hotel, but if I can get this every morning for free, I'm not really tripping. I paid to ride these bikes that they had going on for tourists. It was super fun, but it was super long and hot. I was drained right after this. I took a nap and I woke up super late, so I hopped on Bumble. A lot of people are saying that this is the best app for Japan. I got this one girl's number, so I said, hey. She said, hello, baby. Do you have any black in you? Haha, no, baby, I'm completely Japanese. Do you want black in you tonight? I'm glad to hear that. This translation be inaccurate sometimes, but I think she said yes because she put the heart emoji and the eyes emoji. This is proof that Japan is easy. I would not get away with this in America. She told me to bring some rubbers and I did not have any, so I went downstairs and this is all they had. So yeah, I cracked her at her place. And at first I had on the rubber, but I took it off. And I think it was just so good that she didn't even realize. I made a big mess.
I'm sorry, but he said that it's easy in Japan. He would never get away with that in America. And it's like, yeah, because these chicks, you don't think that these girls know what you're doing and what your intentions are. They trying to get theirs. Like he's a stupid little dude.
Yes. Not all of my load made it into the basket. And it was on the side of her leg and she smeared it off. And I think she started cussing me out in Japanese. I don't know what she was saying. I was just sitting there like a sad puppy. I did not know what to say. I was scared. And then she called somebody. I tried to record her a little bit, but I didn't want her to catch me, so I just left it how it was. But yes, I did try to make her a mom, but I got caught up. I should have stayed inside a little bit longer. Stay tuned for day number 7.
So after a few dates with women he met through dating apps, everything seemed to be going smoothly until he hooked up with someone that he did not take the proper precautions with. Fast forward a few days later, boom, he's feeling off, headaches, discomfort, you name it. And a quick visit to the local clinic in Japan confirmed that he had 2 STDs. Allegedly, this came from the same girl who claimed that she was pregnant by him.
Day 7 in Japan. A few days ago, I actually did end up taking this at-home kit to see if I got burnt, but it was too confusing, so I just went to the doctor to get tested. And just like I expected, y'all, I got. I really might have some other stuff too because look at my lips. I refuse to let this stop me though. I understand that I'm the star player and I'm injured, but I'm still gonna carry the team and put up stats. It's crazy because this is the same day I got burnt, day number 2. I was so happy that I took a post-game picture. Same girl that tried to pin a baby on me is the same one that burnt me. And she's still blowing up my phone, even after I exposed her dumb ass. Hey, I need to understand this. I can have a baby, but I want to get married. First it was, I don't want to have a black baby. And now I want to get married first. I don't want you to go home. Please call me baby. Bruh, leave me alone. I'm not finna be with you. First you burnt me, and then you lied about having a baby.
Now these guys always love going around these people who really don't like them and then trying to call them racist. But it's like you already knew that to begin with, so you're a dumb fuck. But she said, just to clarify, that I don't want to be ostracized for having a black baby. She didn't say I didn't want one. But anyways.
Anyways, back to the streets I go. I stopped at this little store to get some helmets because I'm not freeballing no more. But you know I had to stop and get a little thirst trap for the gram. This time I waited for a Ling Ling to come up to me. 5-minute Google Translate conversation. Boom, back to my room just like that. You guys can't even be mad at me at this point. There was a little obstacle during my marathon and I tripped and fell, I ain't gonna lie. But I have to get back up and finish the race. I still got numbers to put up. I'm not gonna be here forever, so I'm still gonna have my fun. And like I said, I'm a star player that's injured and my team still needs me. I'm LeBron James at 40 years old. My team still needs me. I cannot stop now. Stay tuned for day number 8. Day 8 in Japan. I woke up a little depressed because the news I found out yesterday, and it just now hit me in the morning after I slept on it a little bit. I didn't even want to get out the house today, but I'm still gonna go hard for y'all. So starting off with some good eats that I had for lunch. So I hopped in a taxi and went to the streets of Shibuya where all the trouble happens. Right when I got there, there was some weird parade going on. No, I had to stop and get my thirst trap, that's just mandatory. But I was really a dead man walking the whole entire time. A lot of y'all were saying to pack it up and go home. A lot of y'all were saying I'm the biggest L ever. Like, I was really sad, bro. I didn't talk to nobody. The girls that were approaching me, I was turning them down. I kept walking. I was not in my right element. 30 minutes before I was about to leave, this girl approached me and she asked if I wanted to go to her pool party / photo shoot. At first, I wasn't convinced and I thought it was some type of scam, but she showed me her Instagram and she had 100,000 followers. I'm not showing it to y'all because y'all the last girl that I met. At first, I told her no because I don't have any pool clothes. But she took me back to my room, which wasn't far. It was like 15 minutes away. And I went to change right quick. And she really had a live photo shoot. She was not playing around. Like, this was a real thing. There was all types of people there. I was networking. And a couple of people actually said that they see my series and they said they love it. So thank you to y'all. So yeah, I was a little lit. I had the munchies and there was hella food there. It went on until 2 a.m. and eventually everybody started fading away. Everybody left. And it was just me alone at her house. So she asked me if I wanted to have a good time. And me being my weak-minded self, of course I said yes. And then the conversation started to get a little weird, a little deeper, and she asked if I had any kids. I said not that I know of. She said she had a special surprise for me, so she took me to this place and she said pick whichever one I want. Now I'm not gonna lie, I was looking for like 10 minutes and I seen a little schoolgirl outfit with a skirt. So I grabbed the book, I said here, this is the one. But then the weirdest thing happened right when it was about to get good, bro. I kid you not, I could not get up. I don't know what was wrong with me. This never happened to me ever. I never had this problem. I've always been young and full of testosterone. I don't know if it was the role play. I don't know if it's because I got burnt. I don't know, but it was just so frustrating and embarrassing. I ended up just going home and I sent her this message. She said, don't feel stressed about it. I hope to see you soon. I don't know, man. I understand every star player has a bad game, but this was not good for me at all. This really messed with my confidence and my mental. But let me know where I should go next after I'm done with Japan. And let me know if I should go live or make a YouTube or a Twitch or anything like that. I read every single comment. Stay tuned. Day 9 in Japan. Woke up pretty late, so I immediately texted the model that I met last night. I said, good afternoon, LOL, how's you sleep? I slept well. Do you want to meet today? I said yes, and she said, okay, I think I'm really crazy about you. I think we're meant to be, but I have to tell you something first. And I sent her the picture of me getting burnt, and she said, I'm confused. So I told her what I have. Look, man, I know it was probably a bad move, but I couldn't hide it forever. I lost a great star player on my roster. She left me on red, and it looks like I'm not getting her back. I'm just taking L's so far, and I'm starting to get homesick. It doesn't matter how sad I am, I'm still gonna put that shit on and get the thirst trap for Instagram. That's just mandatory. The main reason why people don't like me in Japan is because of my fits. I don't think it's because I'm black. It's because I put on dog shit every day. A lot of people think Japan is straight W's, but I'm fully transparent.
So he's saying that he doesn't think that people like him in Japan because of the way he dresses, but he's documenting online, and he said that someone actually seen his series, that, or they seen his content, they seen that you're just out here being the same bedbug that you are in America, sleeping with women, catching STDs, potentially getting someone pregnant, and you think that those people like what you're doing? Like, black men are very delusional, where they think that somehow other races of people don't see the dumb shit that they do. And he's saying that people don't like him because of the way he dressed. You think that they don't dress nice in Japan? You think that they can't buy what you're wearing? But my bad. But this is just the dumb shit that they get into. And like I said, one of these days, I'm telling you, one of these days I have to do something where I analyze this mentality.
And I'm here to tell you it's not like that. Here's proof that I do take L's.
Hey, how are you doing? What's your name?
Christina.
Christina?
Yes.
How old are you?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm old now.
You're old now, that's good.
Right.
Is it okay if I have your phone number?
Why?
So we can hang out and be friends.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No?
Oh.
Alright, have a good day.
Have a good day too.
I checked on Evan from day 2 for y'all, and he's doing his thing right now. He's in the Philippines. I convinced him to start making content, so I'm gonna tag him down below. Yeah, I ain't really do much today. I just took a rest day, but I will be back, so stay tuned. I've been in Japan for 10 days. I caught 2 STDs, chlamydia and gonorrhea. I have it. Let's talk about it, and let's rate it 1 through 10. Starting off with side effects and symptoms, I have lower abdomen pain, which varies on and off, and it feels like I have to pee nonstop when nothing comes out, and when I do pee, it burns like lava. And I also have flu-like symptoms such as headaches, sore throats, and dizziness. The pain is pretty bad, but I can still function, so I would rate it about 6.5 out of 10. Let's break down the physical aesthetics. I have redness, soreness, and inflammation, and I've been waking up with a lot of discharge. It's very uncomfortable, does not look pleasant at all. 10 out of 10. Let's talk about the only good thing that came from it, which is the exposure. It's been putting a lot of people on notice, making them do better, and it hit everywhere. Even hit Black Twitter, and my whole entire family has seen me in this terrible state. I've been getting made fun of a lot all across the internet, but you know what they say, all exposure is good exposure, so 7 out of 10. All around, I would rate this experience a 5 out of 10. I hope it doesn't happen to me again, but it was a great learning experience. Nah, but all jokes aside, I didn't do anything for day 10. I'm not feeling too good, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. But I did go and get my antibiotics, which is a good thing. Tell me why I'm just not finding out that Japan is paying people $75,000 yearly just to have a kid and live there. This is my last chance. I'm crashing out. I'm calling out everybody. If you're a girl in Japan and you want to have a kid with me so we can have a good life, let's do it. Everything is for educational purposes, TikTok. I don't know what's next for me, y'all, but stay tuned. What does my meat look like? Medium rare. Torn ACL out for 2 months. I look like Cuffham. Day 11, I don't know. This is a justifiable crash out. I didn't even crash out yet, but I'm going to. Is it ring season? I'm not gonna ring this year. And maybe next year. When's the next link? Shibuya incident? We thinking you're out for the season? I'm gonna try to come back in the playoffs.
I'm done spending an obscene amount of money on takeout every week. Done.
Okay, I'm getting out. Alright, just chill, okay? Hey, I can't understand you. Let me get out. Day 11 in Japan. First of all, I went downstairs to get some towels, And she said that I had a few noise complaints, so I should keep it down. So I just switched hotels, and plus the new one is cheaper anyways. I've been in the house for too long, so you already know I had to get outside today. It was a very nice day, so I thought I could walk around with my shirt off. I didn't know that that was haram in Japan. I tried to sneak in a quick picture for y'all, but as soon as I got in the store, I put my shirt on, but some law enforcement approached me. And I couldn't really understand what he was saying, but he just basically gave me a warning, I think. Shortly after that, I met this foreigner on the streets, and we went to get something to eat. I'm not showing you guys their face anymore because you guys lost that privilege. After that, we rode the Mario Kart go-karts in Tokyo. We were chilling in her car for a while, and she said that she wanted to have some fun, so she said, let's go back to my hotel room. But I already had some noise complaints from the last one, so I didn't want to risk it. So I said, how about we go back to your dorm, because she went to school here. She said that she had roommates there, so she said, let's just do it right here. I did tell her I was burnt, but she said it's okay, just wear a helmet. I said, are you sure? She said, yes, trust me. Check out this post-game interview. This is the most I could get. All right, y'all, so I was about to hop in my bag, but I came hella fast. Man. How do you feel about that? About me not being able to keep up? Answer to the people.
To the people?
Yeah.
A little disappointed.
A little disappointed. Yeah, I'm finna go jump off a bridge. So yeah, as you can see, I suffered from inactivity, but I was just happy to be on the court again. A lot of you guys were comparing me to Derrick Rose, but that is not true. I'm more like Kevin Durant after he caught that injury. Now I'm about to straight dominate. Also, why are you guys sending stuff like this to my inbox? Like, I appreciate the love, I guess, but I don't need you guys stressing out. I'm not good, but I'm good, bro. Like, it's my fault. Just let me suffer it by myself. I don't need you guys hopping in my business. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for today. You know, I'm just happy. It feels good to be back on the court. I don't know what's next, but stay tuned. All right, y'all, so we just got back from Japan, and I was supposed to stay longer, but I had to call up the trip early. Like, as you can see, I can't really say what happened on TikTok, but let's just say things spiraled out of control, and I had to defend myself. I had to do the best I can. I low-key think I went too viral in Japan. Like, I was a walking bounty. People were finding out about me, and they would see me, because there was not too many black people in Japan, so as soon as they would see me, they would just lock eyes.
Yeah, those Asians been seeing all the dumb shit that you've been doing, and they trying to put your dumb ass out of there. They want you away from there. Like, I don't know what it is about these dudes that they always want to go up around people who don't want them there. They don't want you around, and really, the way that they move, the way that you move, they shouldn't want you around. They did exactly what they should have did, and based off of how you look, they didn't do enough. They didn't do enough to your stupid ass. I don't know what more can they do to show you that you're not wanted over there. But this is him. He ain't even been there 2 weeks, and he's already gotten caught 2 STDs and potentially got the girl pregnant. What do you expect? But then at the beginning of the video, I'll remind you, he says that black women need to get their stuff together or else suffer the consequences of bandits like him going over to another country, getting their passport and going to a different country. You're doing nothing but you're just doing those women a favor. These dudes are doing black women a favor. And I'm so glad that social media has taken off, because it's like prior to it, you really didn't. I think a lot of black women didn't really realize how degenerate these dudes are. But now it's like they're finally starting to, I feel like, wake up to the nonsense. And I think that's a good thing. They're finally going after what really matters. And they're deciding to not put up with this nonsense, because the fact of the matter is this. Until these dudes start doing right by black women, you really should not put up with anything that they got going on. You shouldn't put up with any of their bullshit. Like, seriously, like, you shouldn't put up with none of it. The only thing that he wants to do is create a bunch of dysfunction. There is nothing that he is really trying to bring into any woman's life. Like, he didn't went out to Japan. He ain't trying to create no real relationships. All he's been doing is, according to him, having sex. Unprotected sex at that. So it's like, when you say that women need to get their stuff together, what are they getting their stuff together for? What if they go and bring something to the table, what are they going to get for bringing something to the table? And then it's like they'll be like, oh, they're pushing this thing, oh, I want 50-50. But they don't even have the 50 to even bring to the table.
And it got to a point, like towards the end, it got super bad that people wanted to beat me up, and they tried. But for the situation I was in, I still came out pretty decent. Thank God people in Japan have no squabble. I did fail the mission though, because I was supposed to start a family when I was there. But I'm not too worried because I am still young and I'm not sure if Japan is the best fit for me anyways. If you guys don't know what happened when I was in Japan, I'll put it in basketball terms for you guys. I did catch an injury when I was there. I tore my ACL, so I had to leave my team in the halftime. So basically, I'm not making the playoffs. I'm not getting a ring. So I'm gonna go home and take a little bit of rest. I'm gonna take the off season off, and I'm gonna come back 10 times stronger. Also, I did lose a little bit of money going there. I spent around $4,000, and I haven't made that back yet. But I see this new trend that you guys doing. You guys are helping people pay off their bills on TikTok. So if you guys could do this for this video right here, that would be perfect. I see a lot of you guys calling me a bunch of insults, and I see some clever ones. So let me just name the clever ones. You guys are calling me Celtics Shaq. You guys are pretty much saying I'm washed up. But also I heard Cavs D Rose. I didn't even know D Rose played on the Cavs. I think my favorite one I heard though was Jordan on the Wizards. Man, that was pretty bad, I ain't gonna lie. He was washed up when he was playing on the Wizards, but I'm nothing like that. You guys already know me. I'm gonna make a big comeback. I'm gonna go somewhere else and it's gonna be crazy. This is not the end of me yet. Do not count me out. Let me know in the comments where I should.
Anyways, I'm done with this dust bucket for today. But and again, if you wanna, I don't know, I showed most of the video, but it's on this this girl Jody the Island Girls channel. Again, shout out to her. But I don't know, I can't take any more of it. Like, honestly, I thought that I was gonna be usually this stuff it makes me laugh, but honestly I didn't I found him to be way too irritating to even get that much enjoyment out of it. But I had actually saved this video like a while ago because I wanted to talk about it, but it's like now that I'm watching it, it's just anyways. But again, like I said at the beginning, these black men, and I'll close on this, black men want to complain about how they are perceived, but they are doing nothing to make themselves better in life, in reality. The only thing that they want to do is sit up and create a bunch of confused Cynthia G always calls them confused biracials, and that really is true. They are a bunch of confused, dysfunctional, anti-black people that ultimately will hate their fathers. I encourage black women to really do not deal with these dudes that exhibit these qualities, you know, and I say that thinking about Neo. I had watched a video not too long ago about Neo, and now that he has failed at two different relationships. I'm not sure if he married the first woman. He's failed at two different relationships, wasn't faithful to either one of those chicks who he was with, and now he's moved on to I guess just having this stable of women, and I think they were all black women, and it's just, oh gosh, it really bothers me that you still have black women that are willing to do this. It's just the shit is just embarrassing. It really is embarrassing. And you know, at the end of the day, it's like, you know, that's on them. You know, a lot of the reasons why black men are so, why they fail so much is because a lot of black women co-sign the bullshit for them to be as such. They make it okay through their actions. You know, they lay up and they have children with these dudes, and it's like they're I feel like they're as much they're as much a part of the problem as these dusty bandits are. And you know, unless black women change their ways and they stop dealing with these dudes, it's just going to continue. But anyways, that's just my video. That's just my thoughts. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And you know, whatever you have to comment, please leave it down below. I like to see comments. My channel is still fairly new, still growing, but I really do like to see comments from people, whether it's in favor, not in favor, good or bad, whatever. I just like to see the comments. So anyways, be sure to let me know what you think. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.